Hello, everyone, and welcome to Evolve Yourself TV. I am Agni James, and today we are going to be doing some guided meditation because that's the point of this channel. I'm here to teach you meditation and to connect in that sacred space with you. So, first off, how's everyone doing tonight? How is life? How is existence for everyone? Let's see. Tindereos is here. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. How's everything going with you? How's streaming life been going for you? It's totally a different world to be out here streaming. Before you were a viewer, now you're a streamer. You get to see things from the other side. It's kind of a neat perceptual change, right? And that's kind of how it is, right? With anything. I had a friend when I was growing up who was an amazing magician, actually. And when I first saw his act, it was like incredible, and it blew me away. Right? He would blow everyone away. He actually had really big hands and incredible hand dexterity, such that he could palm an entire deck of cards on the back of his hand like this, so you wouldn't be able to see it. So he'd hold up his hand, he would have an entire deck palmed behind his hand, and he could flip out a card and then put it back. And it was really amazing. And then he could throw the cards and stuff like that. But I was good buddies with him. We were best friends, and I became his assistant actually after a while, and he taught me how to do all his tricks. And once I was on the other side and knew how to do all the tricks, it wasn't nearly as cool, right? It went from, instead of being a state where I was impressed by the actual magic, I was just kind of more impressed by the skillmanship and the craft of the process. But yeah, it was so that's kind of how life is, right? Something seems pretty interesting and amazing and different, and you can't really comprehend it until you actually learn it or experience it, and then you can have some kind of understanding about it. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Oh yeah, and by the way, so everyone here, check out Tindereos if you get a chance. He's a streamer here on Twitch. And he's new, so drop him a follow whenever you get a chance. Let's see. Hey, from Christy and Roxy, how are you doing? Yeah, you made it out to my stream. You wanted to see me stream, and you know what? What can I say? What can I say? I'm a slave to public approval, right? So I figured I'd have to come out and stream for you two tonight. How are you two doing? How's life? How's the universe? How's everything treating you? Are people getting arrested now, or are we okay? I'm just kidding. That's too personal of a thing to ask on Twitch of all places, right? But yeah, so yeah, I mean, Roxy, this is what I do. Christy's seen my stream before. I don't think you have. This is what I do. I come on here. Sometimes I talk philosophy. Sometimes I talk mental health related issues. Sometimes I talk about my cat vomiting in my carpet. It all depends on what I'm doing that day, right? And now that I'm this big time Twitch celebrity, I mean, I gotta keep things interesting, right? Let's see, Crop 1982, you guys are doing great, awesome. You girls are doing great, I should say. Well, that's good. Good to hear. It's good to hear. I hope you are doing great. I hope everything's going well in your lives, right? You too. I feel like you have so much potential to achieve so much love and abundance in your lives, and I want you to have that. I definitely want you to have that. So do whatever kind of self-care you have to do to feel that love and light flowing through your bodies, whether it's working out, yoga, meditation, just taking a few deep breaths every day, things like that. It's super important. Okay, what else do we have going on in chat? JT Farms, you're saying I'm super dark tonight, or maybe it's just your screen. I don't know. I think this is kind of the same level of darkness as far as subject matter that I talk about. I'm not talking about anything like really grotesque or evil, right? Now, I know what you mean. That was actually supposed to be a joke. Those of you who aren't familiar with me, I'll say some lame jokes out there every now and then. But that's kind of part of the show. So if you're going to be here, you got to appreciate my lameness every now and then. But anyways, I don't know. I think I'm just going to be dark today. I'm also wearing a dark black shirt, but I think I wear a black shirt every single time I stream almost, because that's pretty much all I own. I'm a very monochrome guy, all right? Those of you who know me in real life, you should see my closet. It's just like black shirt, black shirt, black shirt going all the way back, And then, you know, I have a few other shirts that I wear, colored shirts that I wear for work. But for the most part, it's black, and then a few white shirts interspersed in there. Let's see. Roxy says we're going camping Saturday. Ooh, yeah, come on through, Roxy. Come on through. You'll love the island. Those of you who don't know, I am actually going to I have a friend who owns a 15-acre island on the Rock River in Byron, Illinois. And I rent it out from him a couple weekends every year, and a bunch of friends and I go out there and we camp out and spend the weekend there partying and doing yoga and meditation, and we construct this big ass effigy, and then we burn the fucker to the ground, and it's such a cleansing, amazing experience. You know, just to have a whole island to yourself, right? You know, it's like the one time in your life you can finally feel free. You know, I've had friends just get naked and walk around. Sometimes we'll just walk around naked on this island, and it's amazing. You know, you can do it. You don't have to worry about like some cops coming in, like, you know, arresting you for being naked or something. But anyways, JT Farms, you say I'm in need of light. I think it's your screen. I don't know. This is how I always look. This is how I always look. After the stream, I'll compare it with some of my previous streams, and we'll see if there's any difference. I will say this though: the last time I streamed was during the day, so it was super bright. So maybe you're just not used to it. I also am not streaming as consistently. You know, I was on a major kick. I streamed for 25 motherfucking days in a row. Like, that's serious shit, right? Like, I don't know many streamers that have gone 25 days in a row, but you know, I'm sure some have, but like that's a lot. You know, we were getting in a flow, we were getting in a vibe, and then I had to take a couple days off. There was the protest day, right? September 1st, where I didn't stream because we were protesting Twitch's inability and unwillingness to tackle the problem of the hate raids that have been occurring. But then, other than that, I've been streaming. Well, actually, no. And then that kind of got me out of rhythm. Then I haven't been streaming as much since then. JT Farm, you say, no. Really? You think so? You think I just literally am darker today? I mean, I could turn on a light. Can you see me, or what's the deal? What's going on out there? Can everyone see me? Can people see me out there? What's the deal? Do I just look like a black blob? Some kind of like vague amorphous figure of like a person? Maybe it's my energy. Maybe my energy's dark. I don't know. We'll see. What else? All right, let's go back to the chat. What else do we have going on? Oh, Tindereos, see you later. Hey, Tindereos, you're back, and now see you later. You're just kind of hopping in and out. Okay, well, cool. It's good to see you around though. I'm glad you're here. All right. It does seem dark. Whatever. I don't care. We're gonna do it. Whatever we're gonna do. You know, this is what we got tonight. You know, this is what we got. I mean, here, I could try turning on the light. Let's see what happens if I turn on a light. Yeah, see, now this sucks. I don't want this. This is like way too bright for me. I can't handle this. I can't handle this light. I feel like I don't know, like an alien. All right. This is the dark stream. We're doing the dark stream tonight, and that's just it. No ifs, ands, and buts. Fuck it. JT Farms, tell me what's going on with you today. What's new in your existence? What's new in your life? And I'll wait here. I'm a patient man. I know you're a slow typer too. But what's new? What's going on with JT Farms? You know, what's your world like? Same old shit, different joy. Yeah, same old. But I want to know. You're not gonna get away from me that easily. Like, tell me about the fish. Tell me about something going on. I want to know about the animals. What's going on with the animals? Are the fish noisy today? Did your dog get swallowed by a German Shepherd? Was it or at least in the mouth cavity of a German Shepherd? Or you know, what else? What's going on with the cat? You know, what's new? Tell me about the animals. You gotta like tell me some stuff. You know, let me know what's going on with the animals. You hate diving. No, you just don't like being put on the spot. You just don't. Oh, Crab 1982. See you Saturday. You're in. So you're in. All right, we'll see. We'll see if you actually follow through with this. This is, by the way, if you say it on Twitch, it's a legally binding contract. So I expect you to show up. I expect you to actually to be there Saturday. Danielle's in. We'll see if you're in. We got a good crew of people coming. We're gonna have fun. It's gonna be a good time. Why would you not want to have a whole island to yourself, right? That's like insane. It's like, okay, we could sit around and sit on the porch and just chill, or we could have an entire island to ourselves. Hey, we got Christine the Bean here. What is up, Christine the Bean? Christine the Bean is someone that I've known for a while. She's a quality individual. She's actually, I'm going to share a little bit, she's actually an acupuncturist. Hey, I can do some marketing for you. So if anyone wants acupuncture, Christine the Bean will do it. Put your rates up there on the screen, Christine the Bean. She does home visits too. It's pretty awesome. I've been trying to, Christine the Bean, what do you think about doing an acupuncture stream? I've been wanting to talk to you about that. Where I'm laying down, and how cool would this be if I'm laying down right here, and you just see the needles going all over my body? Do you think that would be a cool stream, everyone? What does chat think about that? Doing an acupuncture stream? I think that would be pretty awesome. But we got to get Christine the Bean to be on board with that. It might be too much pressure, huh, for you to be on live streaming, doing acupuncture. I don't know how it is for you. I mean, you're a pro. You've been doing it forever. But I think that would be cool. It's a cool concept, at least, right? Because there's a lot of people that don't know about acupuncture and that are kind of freaked out about it or think it's weird or whatever. But if we did it right here, just on stream, you could show the world that, hey, acupuncture is not as crazy as it sounds. It's actually super beneficial. It increases blood flow to joints. It helps with tendinitis. It helps with anxiety. I mean, my aunt swears by acupuncture. You've been giving my aunt acupuncture for a long time. I like the acupuncture you give me as well, right? So it's definitely something to check out. Let's see, where are we at here? Krob 1982, you say no Crystal Lake shit, right? Yeah, no Crystal Lake shit. We want a whole fucking island to ourselves. We want the goddamn world. We want everything. Fuck Crystal Lake. We're gonna do some serious camping. This is to have a whole island to yourself. I mean, and how cool is that? 30 years from now, 40 years from now, you'll be telling your grandkids hey, you know what? I used to go on these camping trips and we had an entire island just to ourselves, and we would just have all sorts of fun, and we would party, and we would construct gigantic effigies and burn those fuckers to the ground. I mean, it was, you're gonna be telling your kids about your grandkids about this, 30 years from now, right? Hey, Evelyn Yoga's here. How is it going? Good to see you. Don't worry about that. Yeah, didn't see you, otherwise would have rated you. Hey, no worries. I'm just glad you're here. Welcome in. We're just talking about. I was actually talking with Christine the Bean about doing an acupuncture stream. What's your thoughts on that? Just get me up on a table and she's a licensed acupuncturist and she worked in China. She trained in China. Would just be sticking me back here with a bunch of needles and we could stream it live. I think it would be a pretty cool stream. I don't know if I've never seen an acupuncture stream on Twitch. I don't know if anyone's done it yet. But I think it's something cool to explore, right? Let's see. What else is going on in chat? Christine the Bean, you say, oh, if you're willing, why not? Yeah, right? It could be a big thing. Maybe I'll do it when for some kind of special event, or maybe we could do a fundraiser or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out something, some good time to do it. But I think that's definitely going to come down the road. Because yeah, Evelyn, I was saying a lot of people don't know about acupuncture, or else they think it's really esoteric and weird and strange. But if I can just lay out here and show the world that it's not a big deal, and then everyone will be able to see my my ripped abs and my core and all that. So it works out for everyone, right? Oh God, Krob 1982, only in America, right? Nope, Twitch is worldwide. That's how we do it. But I'll do the acupuncture in America, right? But you're right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Maybe people only think it's weird in America. Yeah, right. In China, it's like, a lot more accepted. It's culturally just part of their culture. Here in America, people are like, that's kind of weird to like lay around and get stuck by needles all day, right? But you know what? It's not like I'm shooting. It's not like I'm shooting heroin back here. I'm like getting acupuncture needles stuck in me. Every once in a while, though, I will say this though. Every once in a while, you get a needle that hits a spot that's crazy, and you're just like, what? So you got to be prepared. You got to be ready. You have to understand that I might scream at some point. But that goes with the territory. That's part of the deal, right? It's part of the situation. Hey, Mobius is here. What is up? Let's give a big shout out to Mobius. Mobius is a fitness and health streamer here on Twitch. Awesome dude. His partner in crime is Allie Smalls. I'm sure everyone's heard of Allie. She's got quite the reputation. Mobius is kind of just like her sidekick. She's like the puppet master, and Mobius is just like the puppet, right? No, I'm just playing. But that would be kind of funny to think about, right? If you were just like a robot. What if you're just a robot, Mobius? What if this whole thing is mastermind by Allie? Like, what if you're just this like robotic automaton, and like Allie's just like this is like evil like genius programmer, robotic programmer who just like created you and like put you up there to like balance out the stream, because you need one tall guy and you need one small girl. That's like the way it works. That's just the way. If you can get a duo of like a tall dude and a small girl, like your streams are going to skyrocket in viewership, right? That's just the way it goes, right? People want to see the tall dudes and the short women. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, you know what, Evelyn? I'm sorry, I didn't even give you the proper shout out. I don't think I gave you a proper shout out, did I? Okay, yeah, the shout out came through, but it was an auto shout out. I don't think I talked you up. I got to talk you up a little bit because you're one of the premier yoga instructors here in the fitness and health community on Twitch. So definitely anyone who has not checked out Evelyn Yoga, check her out. Evelyn is awesome. She's knowledgeable. She does not only yoga but also Pilates like HIIT stuff, and she's great. She's a quality, loving, kind person. Check out her streams. All right, and also check out Mobius' streams, and you might even learn how to change like the air conditioning on your vehicle, even though he's mostly does fitness streams. But every once in a while he'll like do some like random things, or like the Zen Legos, man. That was pretty fucking cool. When you were doing the Zen Legos, like the bonsai Zen Legos, that was badass, man. I was digging that. I was feeling that vibe, dude. Mobius, you put out some good content out there, man. It's pretty awesome. Let's see. Well, you say, what if I'm a robot but not self-aware and think of him? You might be. She could be playing you this whole fucking time, dude. You're thinking you're this self-aware human being, right? And in reality, you're just a robot, and she's your creator, and she made you think you're self-aware. But in reality, you're a robot, man. Like, I mean, then there's all sorts of issues that are going to go into that, right? Like, does Mobius deserve the same like rights that all human beings receive, right? Or is he going to be like Data in Star Trek, and like they're going to like initially think that he's doesn't deserve the same rights and be taken apart, for if they need scrap parts or whatnot. Oh god, what am I even doing here? Sometimes I wonder like what the fuck I'm even doing here on stream. Like I'm just out here like talking about like sci-fi and like and whatnot. I mean, I do discuss philosophy, but we hit the important issues. We talk about mental health. We talk about things of substance, and like solid things. But we also talk about the absurd, right? And I think that's kind of the appeal of this stream a little bit. We delve off into the absurd, right? Camus. I got a couple of his books. Actually, I think I just have Rebel. I think that's the only book I have of his right now. But anyways, Camus was big into the absurd, and a lot of the French existentialists talked a lot about the notion of the absurd. And they basically argued that what is life? Life is absurd. The human condition is absurd. We basically grow up. We live. We try to achieve something in the world, and then we end up dying, and everyone we know is going to die. And it's like this crazy, weird thing, and that everything's ridiculous and absurd and on a certain level, right? That was like the big thing, and that was a big topic of debate. So yeah, life is absurd at times, and you just got to roll with the punches. I mean, that's like one of the things. Like if you take things too seriously, like in your day-to-day encounters, I mean, you're just going to go nuts, dude. You're just going to go nuts. You know what it's like? It's like when I I went to Burger King like a week and a half ago, and I ordered chicken nuggets, and you're supposed to get 2 dipping sauces for every 10-piece chicken nuggets you had. And I was going through this like really down, depressed funk, and I'm like, I'm just gonna get 20 chicken nuggets at Burger King. So I drive through, and I'm like, yeah, like 2 10-piece chicken nuggets. And the lady at the window was like, yeah, okay, cool, pull on up, you know. And so I pull on up, and she's like, you want sauce? I'm like, yeah, honey mustard. And you're supposed to get 2 dipping sauces per 10-piece, right? And so she gives me the bag. I give her my credit card, and I'm looking in the bag, and there's only 3 dipping sauces in there. So she comes back. I show her the bag. I'm like, hey, you forgot a dipping sauce. There's only 3 in the bag, right? And she's like, no, you only get 3 dipping sauces with the 20-piece. And I'm like, yeah, but I ordered 2 10-piece nuggets, and you're supposed to get 2 10 pieces or two dipping sauces per 10-piece chicken nuggets. And she's like, yeah, but with 20 nuggets, you only get 3. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? It's like I was thrust into the absurd. I'm literally arguing with this lady over a goddamn honey mustard dipping sauce from Burger King. Like, is that really the extent of like my life? Was that what my life has become? So I point to a sticker on the window that says. That says 2 dipping sauces per 10-piece 10-piece chicken nuggets. She looks at it, and then she's like, well, next time, say you want 2 10-piece chicken nuggets. And I'm like, that's literally what I said. That's literally exactly what I said. And she gives me the dipping sauce and shuts the window. But it's like, yeah, when you get in a situation like that where you're just thrust into the absurd, you gotta not take it so seriously, right? I used to take things really seriously all the time, and I think that's what got me in a lot of trouble in my life. Let's see, where are we at here? Evelyn, you said, thanks so much, Agni. You forgot, LL. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I forget to shout people out. I mean, the crazy thing is, like, you never know who streams. Like sometimes people just pop in and, like, they're like, yeah, I stream now. And you're like, whoa, cool. And then, like, sometimes you'll have a chat and it's like, wow, like, I have 20 people in chat and 19 are streamers. And it's just like, it's like crazy. It's like, I feel like all I'm doing is shouting people out. But at the same time, it's cool because it forms a sense of community, in the fitness and health community. I mean, we have a great group of people that come here. We have a great group of people that frequent, the different channels and check out everyone's streams, and we all learn from each other, right? We all learn from each other. I've learned plenty of stuff from Evelyn and Mobius and Allie and the whole crew, right? So it's like, you're gonna learn stuff. You're gonna learn stuff here. All right. Where are we at here in chat? I missed some stuff. All right. Christine the Bean, you say acupuncture is relaxing once all the needles are in. Yeah, once all the needles are in. While they're going in, though, it can be a little crazy at times. It can be a little bit crazy. Like, you never know. You never know. It might hit a certain area, and it's like, ooh, that feels pretty wild, right? But my personal experience with acupuncture has been overwhelmingly positive. So I definitely recommend it. And by the way, the acupuncturist I used to go to, he was called the Dragon. It was the Dragon Acupuncture. And by the way, like, what an awesome motherfucking name for an acupuncturist place, the Dragon, the Dragon's Acupuncture. It's like, dude, like, how does that not pique your interest, right? Like, who would not want to go and just get acupuncture, even if you don't need it? Like, let's say you don't need acupuncture at all. Like, if you saw a place that was like the Dragon's Acupuncture, you got to go there and get it. I mean, the name's just too fucking cool. You just have to check it out. Also, I've noticed that the amount of F-bombs I've been dropping tonight is probably up about 187.63%. Give or take a few, thousandths of a percent. So, like, I'm sorry for that. If you're holding your children right now and you're like watching the stream and you're wondering like why you're like letting your kids listen to all these F-bombs, that's on you. All right, that's not me. That's on you. I never said this was a family stream. All right, where are we at here? Where are we at? In chat. All right. I always get far behind in this stuff. Karab, you say that will teach you, LOL. I don't know. Mobius, in a way, that is true because she completes me. Dude, that is so poetic and nice. Wow, you just earned some major fucking points, man. Mobius is not only is he 6'9", he's a smooth talker. You're not gonna find many 6'9" dudes who are smooth talkers. Mobius, that was award-winning content right there. Like, I know you believe it. I know it's legit, but it's also like the perfect thing to say, man. Wow. Do you write romance novels? You write romance novels, man. You must do that, right? in your spare time, maybe that's your calling, dude. Dude, fuck streaming. You should just write romance novels all day, because that's exactly like what makes women happy when you say stuff like that. All right, where are we at here? You say, Mobius, you say, no, the absurd is that she's arguing with you over a fucking condiment. Is this coming out of your paycheck? Give me sauce. Yeah, right? Right? Exactly. Just give me the goddamn honey mustard sauce. It's a little fucking packet of honey mustard sauce. You know, like, really? Do you really want to, like, argue with me? And, like, by the way, I was holding up the entire drive-thru. It's like they're getting backed up because this fucking lady decides to argue with me over a honey mustard sauce, which I'm entitled to because I fucking ordered 2 10-piece chicken nuggets, so I should therefore get 4 honey mustard sauces. And she's like, no, but she's like, well, I put it in as a 20-piece. And I'm like, but that's on you. That's not me. You put it in as a 20-piece instead of 2 10-pieces. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't know why you did that. Maybe you wanted to try to save some time by putting 20, but like, and the price is the same. But like, regardless, you still got to give me the dipping sauces. Otherwise, you know, I'll order a goddamn 10-piece and then pull right around through the drive-thru and order another 10-piece. Hey, Imbalanced Physique, thank you so much for the host. Imbalanced Physique is another phenomenal streamer here on Twitch. Totally an awesome dude. Streams fitness and health, streams mental health content. Authentic, genuine, nice, kind, compassionate, loving, caring, quality human being. Definitely check him out. Drop him a follow. Imbalanced, we are talking about some chicken nuggets and how this lady was refusing me. She was refusing me a honey mustard sauce, man. Like, what would you do if you're driving through and the lady, you know, at the drive-through window doesn't want to give you a honey mustard? I mean, at some point, shit's gonna hit the fan, right? And by the way, you have a lot of leverage. I was actually talking with my father about this because it's like a funny story, right? And he was saying, you know, you have a lot of leverage if you're sitting there and you're blocking the entire drive-through lane such that no one can come through until like whatever it is you know, resolved. Like that the pressure is slowly going to build on them, right? It's going to build on the employees. They're going to be like, dude, we got cars honking. This dude just wants a fucking honey mustard sauce. Give him the goddamn honey mustard sauce, right? I mean, he's fucking entitled to it anyway. What, are we running low on honey mustard sauces? Is there like a big like honey mustard sauce shortage in the Burger King world? So I don't know. So that's kind of like what we're talking about right now. Hold on. I need to drink some water and breathe because like that's kind of important. All right, there we go. Mobius, oh, needle talk, you're leaving. Just kidding. Yeah, no, we were talking about acupuncture though, right? You know, I'm gonna do an acupuncture stream at some point. Christine the Bean on here, she's a licensed acupuncturist, and she's gonna come on over and basically poke me a bunch of times while everyone's watching. We'll see how this goes. Krob, you say, can I get a Twitch TV on a smart TV? Yeah, you can get Twitch on your smart TV. I don't know. I think it depends what kind of smart TV you got. I think it absolutely must depend on what kind of smart TV you have. And maybe if you have Roku also. Yeah, Mobius writes romance videotapes. Fair enough. JT Frebs, you say, Mobius can don the cover of a romance novel. You could, Mobius. I could see you doing that, man. I could see you doing that. You have to spend a while, you know, making the hair perfect, right? Getting everything in order. But you know, it's not unheard of, right? It's definitely not unheard of. I mean, I was a child actor. I was a child model and actor, right? I mean, shit. If I can be a child model and actor, if people really want to see me that bad, I mean, I'm sure they'd probably want to see you, dude. You're 7 inches taller than me, dude. You're 6'9", dude. I'm only 6'2". I'm like 6'2.5", dude. Like, fuck. You know, chicks dig tall dudes. That's just kind of the way it goes. All right, where are we at here? Mobius, Keith want to know if you can ride a sword, or if you can hold a sword and ride a unicorn. I thought you were going to say, can I ride a sword and hold a unicorn? I think that would be better. You can ride a sword and hold a unicorn, but you cannot hold a sword and ride a unicorn. That's like the way it's got to be, right? You know, you have to set like strict boundaries. You know, you have to I have to come out strong every now and then and stipulate certain things. But yeah, definitely riding a sword and holding a unicorn. And by the way, when I say right, of course the sword's going to be lengthwise, so you're just kind of like, and it would be like a big broadsword, so it won't feel like super. It will be a little bit uncomfortable, but like not like super uncomfortable. You'll be able to deal with the pain. You're a tough dude. You work out, man. You can deal with pain, right? And plus, then you get to hold the unicorn, right? It's better to hold the unicorn. Like who wants to like fuck riding the unicorn? Just hold it. Like no, you never see people holding unicorns. When is the last? Here's my thing that goes out to all chat. When is the last time you've seen a human being hold a unicorn? Probably never, right? Why is that? It's rare. It's incredibly rare to be able to have the empathetic ability to communicate with a unicorn such that it will allow you to hold it. Unicorns don't typically like to be held. They don't like to be held. So if that unicorn respects you and loves you enough, and you're like empathetic, and you can connect with that unicorn and allow it to be in your arms. I mean, that's like a warm embrace, right? You can't hold a unicorn without like it being a warm embrace. Okay, I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. All right, JT, you say, fuck yeah, we'll drive the ladies into a mystical realm. Yeah, that's true. Imbalanced. I just take the food, then drive off without pay. Well, I had already given her my card. I gave her my card as she was handing me the bag. That was the thing. So I can't just leave without my card. But otherwise, that's an option, right? That's always an option. But she was really putting up a big fight about a goddamn honey mustard sauce. I mean, that's just, I don't know. So when someone does that, like, you got to wonder what's going on in their mind, right? I mean, okay, all jokes aside though, you never, that kind of brings up a serious point. You never know what's going on inside someone's head, right? So like she could have been having the roughest day of her life. She could have lost a family member that day or something, and maybe that's why she's acting like a psychopath, right? Because things happen, crazy things happen to people. She could be having a terrible day, right? And she obviously wasn't feeling love and light in her heart, right? She wasn't feeling like love and compassion for all of humanity. She had this like scowl on her face and was just like wanting to like get into a confrontation with me about honey mustard sauce. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do in a situation like that, right? All right, where are we at here? Everyone's saying hi. Hey, Relectus here. How's it going? Howdy to you as well. Australian friend, man, my Australian brother. It's good to see you here. We've been getting a lot of Aussies coming through lately. You and Sunrise and who else? Spochi. You guys are starting to form like a big presence on Twitch. I don't know if you're the only three from Australia that come on. I know you're not the only three, but like, you know what I mean. Like if you're like the main three in the fitness and health community, or if there's like a lot of other Aussies in the fitness and health community here on Twitch. But you guys kind of come out of the woodwork. It's amazing. It's amazing, but it's always good to hear from you. And it's good and we had a good conversation last time, Relec. That was awesome that we got to communicate about like philosophy and all those other things. And that's awesome that you said you wrote like 8 books, man, 8 personal books. That blows my mind, dude. That's really cool, dude. I think that I have a lot of respect for that. I was actually talking with a good friend recently, and she knows about Twitch, and we were talking, and I was like, yeah, this dude that's been coming to my chat, has written 8 books, and she was pretty damn impressed, man. Thought that was pretty neat. And Evelyn, of course, yeah. I don't know why. It's like, Evelyn, you're just like sitting in the chat. You're sitting in the chat. I didn't even like mention it. It's ridiculous. Relect is also Australian. So yeah, that's right. Evelyn's representing. She represents hardcore with her streams. She gets that Aussie vibe out there. There's a lot of Aussies on Twitch. At least it seems that way to me. I don't know. I mean, there could be like, maybe there's just a lot of Aussies that like visit like my channel, or like are like okay with like a dude like me being up here like talking the shit I do, right? I don't know. It takes a little, because like I'm kind of like an acquired taste, right? I mean, well, okay, let me put it this way. Either you love me right off the bat, or I'm usually like an acquired taste, right? Like usually people kind of are if they don't love me right off the bat, they'll like hear me out for a little bit, and then they'll be like, all right, this guy's kind of funny. This guy's kind of got like some redeeming value, and then they'll like check it out. If it's someone that just like sits around and watches TMZ all day, then I'm probably not going to be able to connect with them the way that I connect with all of you. But like you never know. You never know. JT Farms, you say I'm sandpaper and silk. Perfect contrast. I'm sandpaper and silk. I am. I'm abrasive, but I'm smooth to the touch, right? Like you should feel these hands. They're smooth. They're smooth. Now you might think, wait a minute, guys are supposed to have rough hands. No, you don't always need to have rough hands. You can work a physically demanding job and you can still have smooth hands. I've experienced it. I know you can if you're into like moisturizer, if you're into like softening your skin and just being like taking good care. Like self-care is important, right? You wanna take good care of yourself, right? And if your hands are too fucking hard, it's like, dude, it's just like any woman you're gonna be with is like, this feels like I'm touching a goddamn rock over here. Like, like what the hell is this? You want like a little bit of like feeling at least in your hands. I knew it. I used to work construction with a dude that had fucked up his hands so bad he like burned his hands such that like he had like hardly any sensation. He could hold a fucking lighter. He could hold a lighter up to his hand and just burn the fuck out of his hand. Like, how crazy is that? He could just do that. It was like a crazy bar trick. He would just light his hand up, and everyone at the bar would be like, "Whoa, what the fuck are you doing, man?" And then someone would have to give him like $10 or like buy him a couple beers or something like that. All right, where are we at? Crod 1982, bringing nuggets and honey mustard. Oh, to the island? I hope so. I hope you do. Those of you who don't know, I'm going to be away on vacation this weekend, so I won't be streaming. I have a buddy who owns a 15-acre island on the Rock River in Byron, Illinois, and I rent it out from him 2 weekends a year. And a bunch of friends and I go out there and we just party it up and have a great time. We do yoga, meditation. We construct a gigantic effigy, burn it to the ground. We do hiking, all sorts of cool stuff, fishing, and it's just nice to have an entire island to yourself, right? I mean, how often do you get that chance, right? Where people can run around naked on the island if they want, right? All right, let's see. Relectum, troubling day but powering through it. Yeah, hope everyone is well. Agni, JT from, dude. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for powering through it, man. It's tough, life is not easy. Anyone who says it is full of shit, right? Life is tough, and I've been having a lot of rough days lately too. So I get it, man. I get it. And sometimes you just gotta power through it and just be like, all right, what's the next thing I have to do? What do I have to get done today? And you just kind of like look at your list and be like, what's like most important, right? And then you'll get like, maybe like the most important thing done, and then like a couple other side things, and it's like, whatever, all right, I'm done. I'm out for the night, right? And then you call it a night, right? And you a lot of times when you wake up the next day, things are a little bit better, right? Something about sleep, sleep kind of resets the mind a little bit. When you can get good sleeps, right? I haven't had a good sleep in 20 years, so it's been kind of fucking frustrating for me, but such is the life of Agni James. All right, where are we at here? Yes, yeah. You know what? I'll tell you what. We'll direct positive love and light your way during the meditation. We can send good energy your way. Hopefully, you'll have a better day as time goes on. All right, Evelyn, you say, hell yeah, I want to come. Yeah, you should come to the island. I should do it. I should open it up to my Twitch audience. I live in Chicago. I'm in the USA. I'm in Chicago. I'm outside of Chicago, but like. That's like my hometown, so yeah, it would be cool. Like one day I would love to have like a big like gathering of people on the island. I will say this though, it's roughing it. This is not like a beautifully like maintained island, right? This is like roughing it hardcore. Like we have no running water. All right, like let me repeat, we have no running water. We do have a little bit of electric, but it's intermittent and you can't use it for much, right? It's basically you in a tent, and then you got to do what you can. And all the food you bring to the island with you on Thursday night or Friday is the same food that you're going to leave with, right? Or the same food that you got to use. You can't get off the island, typically, to go for food runs and ice runs and stuff. So you gotta rough it, right? You're just, but it's just like a weekend. It's just like a weekend. But some people don't like that. Some people don't like that roughing it style, just of sleeping in the uncomfortable tents and just being on the ground and getting bit up sometimes, when the mosquitoes are out there. But we do what we can. We do what we can, and some people love it. Some people can tolerate that stuff. I told a story on here once. I once was sitting in front of the bonfire, and there were a lot of mosquitoes that year. And I was just sitting in front of the bonfire, and I was getting bit, and I was hitting it, swatting at all these mosquitoes, and they were kind of kind of all over me and all over everyone, and people kept spraying, and it was just like this annoying thing, right? And then I decided, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna choose to not allow these mosquitoes to affect me. So I made that choice in my mind, and I sat down on the ground and I just started meditating. And I felt mosquitoes like landing on me, right? And I just allowed them. I allowed them just to like exist on my skin. And then I felt like more and more like landing like all over my head. By the way, mosquitoes love dudes with shaved heads. They'll like land all over your head. They were like all over me, and they were just biting. They were just biting me, sucking my blood, right? And I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna allow them to do their thing. I'm not gonna waste my energy trying to like brush them off. I'm not gonna lose my peace of mind, because my peace and my calmness and my overall, mental, physical, emotional well-being is more important to me than these damn mosquitoes, right? And the mosquitoes are just like they're just like distractions. They're just like any other thought that you have during a meditation, right? Because when we meditate, we have distracting thoughts that enter our minds, and when those thoughts enter our minds, then we're going to lose our peace of mind. We're going to lose our cool. We're going to lose our calm, because we're like, fuck, now we got to like focus on our breath again and like get back into that state of perfect oneness and all that. And then more thoughts will rise in our mind, and we got to clear our mind, and then more thoughts will rise. So I was looking at those mosquitoes in the same light. I was like, these mosquitoes are just like these distracting thoughts that enter my mind during meditation, right? So I just sat there for half an hour and I just meditated. And I just did like an intense my friend literally came over at one point and was like, Agni, you got like 100 mosquitoes on you, and I didn't say anything. I just sat there in meditation, right? And I just let him go at it, and you know what? I fucking survived. It was no big deal. And then I felt good. I felt calm and peaceful after that. Even though I had bites all over, I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna chew. Then I chose to not allow the itchiness of the mosquito bites to affect me. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna not allow that to affect me. And guess what? It didn't affect me as much, right? And that's the way the mind works. The mind is super powerful. I mean, we've all heard mind over matter. We've heard that expression, right, throughout our lives. But it's a legit thing. You can just use your mind to not allow mosquitoes to affect you, or an itching sensation. You can do that. And anyone who's a yogi knows about that stuff, right? People know about how just letting go of the distractions. If you're into the qigong or into the internal energy arts, or big into meditation, you know that as well. All right, where are we at here? I'm missing stuff in chat. Evelyn, yeah, it would be awesome to have you. It really would be awesome to have you. We typically do 2 trips every year, one in summer and one in fall. So this is the second trip that we're having. That would be cool. Oh yeah, you're not allowed out of the country. Oh, that's right, because of COVID. Because of COVID, that's true. You guys are on lockdown or something, right? It's like there's some crazy shit going on right now in the world, right? There's like something called COVID. I just heard there's something called COVID, yesterday, right? Like, what is this COVID thing? Like, do I need to do something about this? Nobody. No, it's seriously though. Like, we gotta we gotta respect the rules and not try to like, get like arrested, I guess. JT Farms, you say an Agni James Twitch meetup. Yeah, meet me on a fucking island. Meet me on the island, dude. The island of dreams. The island of dreams. And you can go swimming in the river. We have like a nice, beautiful beach. I mean, I did something on the last trip that I had never done, and I swam all the way across the river. It's a far distance too, and you're just like, whoa, that's kind of crazy, right? But the river was low. The river was lower. It was the first time I'd ever done it, so I wanted to definitely experience that. JT Farms, you say you hate autocorrect. No more typing for you. Yeah, you're not into the autocorrect feature. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you're trying to type something that's not like an actual word, or like a very weird word, like Agni, right? Like that word's not going to typically come up in your database. Oh, by the way, something kind of neat. I don't know if any of you checked my Discord. There was actually something pretty cool going on. There's a fellow streamer, Mel's Camp. She's an awesome streamer. She's into Buddhism. She's into fitness and health, qigong, all sorts of awesome stuff. And she's actually going to be doing some kind of ceremony with her friends for the deity named Agni. The deity named Agni was the Hindu fire, was the king of the fire gods, an ancient deity in Hindu mythology, and transfers over to Buddhism. It was the king of the fire gods, and the idea with Agni was, Agni would come through and he would interact with humans in a very abrasive, fiery fashion. And it was uncomfortable and unpleasant at times, but it burned away all delusion within the human being's mind, such that they were left with like pure, clean thinking, right? And that they were able to see things in a logical, rational perspective. So anyways, she just messaged me. She's like, yeah, interesting thing. I'm going to be doing this ritual for Agni. She said she'll also send like energy our way, towards the human Agni James. So I thought that was pretty funny. All right, what we got here going on here? Yep, Christian Rocks bringing the nuggets and honey mustard, and who knows? Yeah, just no more Eric this year. All right, just give me a warning if you're going to try to bring Eric to the island Crab 1982. We had a couple issues. We had a couple issues that last time, right? Um, where are we at here? Let's see. Evelyn, you say even yogis say it's okay to kill mozzies. LOL. Is mozzies like mosquitoes? I'm assuming you're referring to mosquitoes. I like that. Mozzies. Ooh, that's like short for mosquitoes. Yeah, cool. You said you lose your shit more from the itchy bites. Yeah, the itchy bites, right? It's because it's not like a terrible pain or anything, right? It's just like a little annoyance, but like I mean, yeah, I don't have any ethical, moral qualms with actually killing mosquitoes. I'll kill mosquitoes all the time, right? It's no big deal, right? I'm not like a Jainist monk. By the way, Jainist monks believe that all creation is incredibly sacred, like even every insect, and they'll literally, like the strict ones, will walk around with a broom and they'll brush the ants and insects on the ground, off their path if they're walking, so they won't step on them. Like how cool is that, right? Like what an awesome concept to do that. All right, where are we at here? Lockdown 6.0, yeah. Yeah. And we got some talk here between fellow Aussies. Nice. What about you, Evelyn? I'll do summer because that's winter here. Hell yeah. JT Farms, you're in a mode only mode. Oh, because you're having trouble with the typing? Yeah. All right. We got, you're in Melbourne. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Melbourne and Sydney. All right. All right, we got the Melbourne and the Sydney crew representing here tonight. We got to get Sunrise Reeds in here. I forget what part of Australia she was from, but she lives in Brazil now. But that's only been for like the last I think years or two. And then what else do we got going on here? Just trying to catch up in chat. Okay, she's Sydney. She was from Sydney. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, I've done something amazing. I've done something miraculous today. I actually caught up with chat for once. Usually I'm just, this loquacious dude who's just up here like talking nonstop for 6 years, and everyone's like, dude, where's the meditation? Because some people come here for the chat, some people come here for the meditation, right? And you never know what you're going to get with my stream. Sometimes I stream for 3.5 hours. Sometimes I stream for 40 minutes. But yeah, I just I don't set times either because that's the thing, like most, and I know that it makes me a little more inaccessible, but I'm okay with that because I need to be inspired if I'm going to stream, right? I don't want this to feel like a job. I want to stream because I want to stream. And if I don't feel inspired, if I don't feel like I have anything to say, if I feel like just a piece of garbage, I don't want to come on here and stream necessarily. Like it's not gonna be a good stream, right? It's gonna make things worse for me, right? And for other people. So when I feel inspired, that's when I stream. That's kind of the way I do things around here. All right. Yeah, I caught up with chat. All right, so I guess we are. So I always come off really high intensity and high energy, and I'm always super pumped and ready to go, and then we slow things down, and we quiet our minds, and we go into a more peaceful energy flow. And we start our meditation. You're going to want to get in a nice, comfortable seated position. You can sit on the floor in lotus pose. You can sit cross-legged with your back against the wall, or you can sit in a chair. The main thing is to find a seated position that is comfortable for you. And then gently close your eyes and take a few deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. And I have a Buddhist chant that I play that has a chime that goes off every 2 seconds. And you can use that to help regulate your breath count. Take a few more deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. Exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, gently raising your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth, gently lowering your abdomen. Stay focused on your breath count. Inhale, gently raising your belly. Exhale, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in, gently raising your abdomen. Breathe out, gently lowering your abdomen. Keep your attention on your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. The breath calms the body, and the body calms the mind. Be mindful of your breath count. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stay focused on your breath. Visualize yourself sitting on a mountaintop, watching the clouds move beneath you. Two clouds merge into one, and one cloud divides into two. The clouds move through the sky and disappear over the horizon. Those clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being, exist in conscious awareness for a while, and then disappear. That is the nature of human thoughts. In meditation, we clear our mind of thoughts and travel beneath the level of conscious awareness. We go to the heart chakra and feel the love that emanates from that region. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit. Stay focused on your breath count. When thoughts enter your mind, visualize them as clouds. They move through the sky, and watch them as they disappear over the horizon. And return your attention to your breath count. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that does not serve you well. Your essence is love. The manifestation of love is light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. And awaken the inner light within them. And they will shine their light on all whom they encounter. Until the whole world is lit once again. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that obscures your third eye's sight. Stay focused on your breath count. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds moving through the sky and disappearing over the horizon. And return your awareness to your breath count. On your next inhale, travel down beneath the level of consciousness. Go to the region of your heart chakra. Feel the love that emanates from that location. Feel the peace and joy that abound there. Focus on the warmth from your heart. Feel the light that is a manifestation of that love. Feel the pulsating and vibrations that spring from creation. Feel the perfect love and oneness within. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that obscures your third eye sight. Travel beneath the level of consciousness back to the heart chakra and focus solely on the love that emanates from that region. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds again, floating through the sky and disappearing over the horizon. And return your awareness to your breath count. Your essence is love. The manifestation of love is light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. And awaken the inner light within them. And they will shine their light on all whom they encounter. Until all of humanity is glowing radiantly once again. Inhale, gently raising your belly. Exhale, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in, gently raising your abdomen. Breathe out, gently lowering your abdomen. The breath calms the body, and the body calms the mind. Keep your awareness on your breath count. On your next inhale, travel down beneath the level of consciousness. Go to the region of your heart chakra. Feel the love that flows from that location. Feel the peace that you experience there. Feel the joy that resides there. That love is yours for eternity. Explore all the attributes of that love. Feel the light shining that is a manifestation of that love. Feel the warmth that flows from that love. Go deeper into that love. As you explore that love, look for the center point. The center in which all the love emanates through. Keep your attention focused on that center point. Feel the frequency of that center point. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. The breath calms the body, and the body calms the mind. Be mindful of your breath count. Return to the region of the center point. Exploring the energy that pours out from that region. Feeling the love and beautiful vibrations that stem from that location. And when you're ready, travel through the center point. I'll see you on the other side. In the center point, only perfect love exists. Perfect peace is an attribute of that perfect love. Perfect joy is also a feature of that perfect love. At your center, only oneness remains. When we meditate, we let go of the dualistic thinking of our world. A framework in which only opposites and polarities exist. And we travel from dualism to a state of perfect monism. At our center point, we realize our perfect oneness. At our center point, we realize that we are not our thoughts. At our center point, we realize that our foundational essence is pure love. At our center point, we realize that all else is ego. At our center point, we come to know who we truly are. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all fear and worry from your body. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all stress and tension from this earthly vessel. Go back to your center. At your center point, you remember who you are. At your center point, you remember how you came to be. At your center, you remember what you are. At your center point, you come to remember your purpose. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego that obscures your third eye vision. Stay focused on your breath. You are eternal. are divine. Your eternal home is always there for you. And while you're there, you remember your oneness with all of creation. As you let go of any ego that keeps you from that oneness, as you go down deep within the source of creation, recognizing that your perfect love flows from the source. And that your foundational essence is that perfect love. Inhale, gently raising your belly. Exhale, releasing all pain and worry from your being. Breathe in, gently raising your abdomen. Breathe out, releasing all stress and tension from your body. You are perfect love. You are divine. You are eternal. And that can never be changed. Take the deepest inhale of the day, filling your vessel with love and light. And the deepest exhale of the day, releasing all that is of no benefit. And the deepest breath of the day, filling your body with perfect peace. And the deepest exhale of the day, releasing all that does not serve you. Gently open your eyes and return to the present moment, bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this sacred space with me and participating in this guided meditation. I am truly honored and humbled to be here as your meditation guide. And I hope you all have perfect love and abundance flowing through you. Namaste. How was that for everyone? I know I feel a lot more peaceful than I did coming into the meditation. I was pretty wound up and pretty wild coming in, and I feel a lot more relaxed now. Oh hey, Swiss R is here. Excellent. Well, hi Swiss, good to see you. Namaste to you too. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Let's give a big shout out to Swiss R. He's got two streams, so check them both out. He's got fitness_yoga, and he's got this one. He's an amazing dude, amazing guy from Switzerland. If you couldn't piece that together. Hey, Terra Time is here. Wow, I didn't know you were here, Terra Time. Good to see you. Good to see you. I had the pleasure of checking out your amazing stream earlier today. That was fun. Kittens was hanging out in there. I saw JT in there. You always have a good group of people in there. Such good energy. It was a lot of fun. I love the sounds that you have in there. But I'm gonna be going in there one day. One of these days I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna be spamming that cat sound for like half an hour. That cat meow sound that Terra Time's got going on in her channel. It's something. If you haven't experienced it, you definitely got to go in there and experience it, you know. And she always says, "Where's the cat? Where's the cat?" It's a little bit mad. It's a little bit like madness over in Terra Time stream, but it's perfect. It's exactly what we need. And as you might notice, Terra Time is also the emote queen on Twitch. No one can compare with her emote game. So definitely drop her a follow. Check her out. Check out Swiss. Check out Evelyn. Check out everyone. Check out Tindereos. If you're still around, check out Tindereos. He's starting to stream now too, fitness streams. It's pretty awesome. All right. So I think that about concludes this night's meditation, right? I mean, I guess I could straighten my beard a little bit, you know? I could straighten my beard a little and see what happens. I guess didn't really do anything different. Hey, look who popped in. Kittens Kung Fu. Wow. Kittens Kung Fu, you're like a rarity these days, man. You haven't been streaming as much. I know you've been busy at the gym, but it's good to see you. Chi-Town, yeah, right? Kittens is my Chicago brother, you know? We talk like this. And that's just one accent in Chicago, but it's the one I find the funniest, so I like to talk like that a lot. Kittens, good to see you, man. Good to see you. He's a great streamer here on Twitch. Definitely check out Kittens Kung Fu. He does Qigong, which is pretty much a novelty. I think the only other person that does any Qigong on Twitch is Mel's Camp, from what I understand. And Qigong and Kittens Kung Fu is also into the martial arts and the internal energy arts. Definitely check him out. Drop him a follow. Totally awesome dude. All right. Well, let's see. I think we're winding down. So let's see who we're gonna raid. Even though we got the best emote game in the town here, we're gonna raid someone. Let's see who's available right now. Does anyone have any recommendation? Swiss, man, Swiss, you're amazing. You're amazing. I'm literally just saying, does anyone have any recommend? And like I see Swiss pop out, a good person to raid. Camellia Rose XOX. Let's check out this Camellia Rose person. I don't know I don't think I know her. What kind of stuff does she do, Swiss? Just chatting right now? I don't know who it is, but if Swiss is going to recommend her, I'm all in. I'm all in for it. Hey, good night, Imbalanced, and good night, Krob with 1982. Thank you all for showing up. Much appreciated. And Imbalanced, thanks, John. Thank you for the host earlier too, man. That was really cool. All right, so let's check out this Camilla Rose. I don't know anything about her, but Swiss is going to recommend her. She's gonna be a good person to check out. Give her a lot of love and light, and yeah, let's rate her. Hold on, I clicked the wrong button. Okay, we got 6 seconds, then we're gonna rate her. Namaste, all of you.